Welcome back. Now, it's important to note what Google's position is on AI generated content as of the recording of this video. And if you look for a document in your favorite search engine for Google's help document called Creating Helpful, Reliable, and People First Content, created in February of 2023, and by reading this document, you'll be able to determine whether the content you're generating in specific chatbots will assist you in having your website seen in the search engines. And this is a helpful document to understand because Google is looking for quality. It's also looking for expertise. It's looking for pages that keep individuals engaged. And its algorithm is trying to detect whether the content is people first or search engine first. Now, there are specifics as to how to go about creating this kind of content. And again, it's going to be helpful to read through this document, even as you use chatbots in order to assist you in your content creation. Specifically, Google states that it will reward high quality content however it is produced, even if it is produced by AI. It also states definitively that appropriate use of AI or automation is not against Google's guidelines. However, you will want to be aware of poor quality content and anything that looks or sounds like misinformation. So these two documents on Google's Search Central website will give you insight on how Google will be looking at AI generated content and how you can use it in order to rank your website in the search engines. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, one of the things you can do with AI is you can summarize videos, specifically YouTube videos, and you're looking at ChatGPT Plus. And what we have done is we have entered a YouTube link into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will tell you that it cannot access or summarize YouTube links directly. Now, there are a few ways for you to be able to handle this. One way first is to look for a specific GPT. You can click on Explore GPTs. You can then type in YouTube summary. And even before we type in the keyword, you'll notice that there is a GPT called Video Summarizer. Now, this may not be the case when you are using ChatGPT. This is at the time of the recording of this video. So we're going to click into this GPT. What we are then going to do is we're going to ask ChatGPT to summarize this specific video. We will then click enter, and ChatGPT will then be given access to this video. What we will then do is we will then click allow so that this GPT can then access the video. Now, in some cases, GPTs can be tenuous, and if that's the case, you can try another method. What you can do is go to ChatGPT. You can then go to the plugins area. You can then look for a specific plugin. If you go to the plugin store, and then you type in YouTube, you will see elements where you can have a YouTube summarizer. We can then go to the dialog box and we can ask for a summary of our video. We will then click enter. ChatGPT will interact with the plugin and then provide us with a brief summary that was given to us through the GPT. We may want to iterate with the chatbot, and so we will then iterate with the chatbot and we will ask for different information. Now, what you'll notice is that there's a difference between some of the summary information, so you'll need to choose the most effective method that you can find in order to get the information that you want. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, whether you choose to use the regular ChatGPT window, or you choose to use plugins, or you choose to use GPTs, you can get assistance from ChatGPT with your written content. You'll see that there are several featured apps in the GPT store. You'll see that if you search the plugin store for write or writing, that you have a number of applications. Now, one of the easiest ways to create content that is specific is first to make sure that your custom instructions are set for your context, and then to ask ChatGPT with a plain language query what kind of content that you want. Once you have your content, you can scroll down to the bottom of the post. You can click the copy button, and all of the content will be ready for you to paste into your word processing document. You can then ask for specific images to accompany your content, and you can use the ChatGPT DALL-E engine in order to create them. And what will happen is that ChatGPT will begin to attempt to accommodate you on your request, and you'll see the images created according to its perception of what it is that you have asked for. In some cases, you may find that the images that have been created are not going to be to your liking. And if that's the case, there is another engine that's not on ChatGPT that you can use to create effective images. That platform is called Midjourney, and you can use it in order to create photorealistic images as well as images for any occasion. It's a good idea to use ChatGPT in order to assist you in creating prompts for Midjourney, and we will undertake that in the next video. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome back. Now, there are several ways for you to get assistance in creating prompts for Midjourney. You can go to ChatGPT and you can ask ChatGPT what the best way is to create prompts for your business for a specific instance. And once we've written it in, we'll then click enter. And what we will now do is we will now complete our prompt. Now, this is one way to get assistance in creating prompts for you to use in Midjourney. Another way is for you to use the ChatGPT plugins. But what you'll see is that as of the recording of this video, the photorealistic plugin is now unreachable. So what we can now do is we can head to our GPTs. What we can then do is we can search the GPTs. And you will see a number of GPTs available, having been created by individuals and companies. You'll see that there is one that has been used significantly. And so if that is your selection criteria, you can select that GPT in order to use. And we can enter our same prompt here inside of the GPT. Once we have our prompt requesting our prompts, we can then click enter into the GPT. What you'll notice is that there is a different level of detail from this GPT in terms of creating the kinds of prompts you're going to be able to use to create the images that you want. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to test different methods to see which way yields the best prompts to give you the deepest level of detail in order to create the image that you want off the platform on Midjourney. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. In conclusion, one of the ways to determine the true capacity of ChatGPT Plus is to look at the trending uses of GPTs. And it's a good indication of the stretched capability of ChatGPT. And typically, you'll see 12 of the top and trending GPTs that are being used. As of the recording of this video, you'll notice that one of those GPTs is created by Canva. And what you'll notice here is that we can prompt ChatGPT to create a Canva image. Now, heretofore, we have not connected our Canva account to ChatGPT. So we're going to type in our request to ChatGPT. And what's going to happen is ChatGPT will then connect to the Canva GPT. We can then click allow or always allow. We're going to allow Canva to connect to ChatGPT via the plugin. And then ChatGPT will suggest specific templates you can use for the purpose for which you have written in your query. What will happen is you will click this design. This will then lead you to Canva. So it's a good idea for you to be already logged into your Canva account. And then the design will open inside of Canva. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to click on top of this design. Our design will then open in Canva. And if you are familiar with Canva, you can begin to edit the design for your purposes. You will notice that there is a logo creator. We're going to click on the logo creator in the GPTs area. And we're going to enter the plain language query, and we're going to click enter. And what you'll notice inside of the GPT is that you'll be asked some specific questions. And once we've answered all the questions, we'll then click enter. And we'll wait for the GPT to do its work. You can then iterate with the chatbot if you need to make corrections. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I'll see you either in another video or in another course.